Hello, everybody. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
everywhere. Okay.
Good
Okay.
morning,
Good
ma'am.
morning,
Very
ma'am.
good
Good morning,
morning.
ma'am.
Very good morning. Very good morning. How are you doing, everybody?
Ma'am, I am
Good
audible,
morning,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
Good
yes, yes.
morning, ma'am.
Audible. Audible. Very good morning. Very good morning. You're audible. You're audible.
Ma'am,
Huh?
I am audible, ma'am.
Yes, yes. You're audible.
Vallabhai Patel.
Huh? Sardar. We. It once I think I remember. I had put the same image,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Uh-huh. We'll skip this part today. We'll directly go to what? What were we discussing? You tell me. What were we discussing? We were discussing which chapter? I should tell you which chapter we were
Aldehyde ketones.
Aldehyde ketones, carboxylic
Yes,
acid.
yes. So today my agenda is to solve many questions, and because this part is very important, you can expect many questions from this part, which is reactions of aldehydes and ketone. We had started, I remember, the rate of nucleophilic addition, all those kind of questions we had started. So today we'll discuss very important part of this aldehyde ketones. So first one, is this visible, this color, blue color? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay,
Yes,
thank you.
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So first one is reduction reaction. So when you go through the aldehyde ketones part, you see many different kind of reduction reactions. So one is very simple. You take any aldehyde or ketone, aldehyde or ketone, and you add either lithium aluminum hydride or sodium borohydride. What you would do in this case, when you have added this reagent, you will convert this double bond O of aldehyde and ketone to alcohol. So you will get alcoholic part. Aita? So you have alcohol baratte RCOH H. And when you are converting this to OH, you have to add one more H to the carbon. Remember that. Or ketone, if you had taken, you would get something like this. Now aldehyde I converted into this alcohol. What kind of alcohol is this? Can you tell me? Primary, secondary, tertiary?
Primary alcohol.
Primary.
Primary
Ketone
alcohol.
idre?
Secondary.
Very
Secondary.
Second.
good. Here we'll get secondary, here we'll get primary. So this is one kind of reduction. Another kind of reduction is, we will not convert this into alcohol. We will convert this into alkane or hydrocarbon. So this reduction can happen in two ways. So ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗತ್ತೆ, aldehyde or ketone, anything you take, you remove this oxygen completely. In case of oxygen, you would add 2 hydrogen. Okay, one oxygen badlagi you would add 2 hydrogen. Yenagatte, C, already one hydrogen was present, 2 more hydrogen you have added. Idenaitu RCH3, that means it is some alkane alva. So illenagatte R as it is, remove this double bond O, add 2 hydrogen. Again this is an hydrocarbon.
Al
The same kind of product you would get here also. Same product. But the reagent that you have taken in both the case, they are different. Reactant is same, products are same, but the reagent that you are adding is different. E reagent add madadre, the name of the reaction is Clemmensen reduction. Clemmensen reduction. So this name, as I told you from the beginning, I've been telling you one thing, that in aldehyde and ketone, name reactions are quite important. So you have to remember, if it is Clemmensen reduction, what is the reagent that we are adding? Zinc amalgam HCl. And if you have taken this, idenu, we call this species as hydrazine. Okay, N2H4. So hydrazine togondu, if you are carrying out the same reduction mechanism, you would call it as Wolff-Kishner reduction. Wolff-Kishner reduction. Nodi, there are two kinds of reduction. One where you will convert keto group, aldehyde group to alcohol. Another, you will convert that oxygen to alkane part. Okay, alkane age hydrocarbon age if you want to convert, there are two named reaction, zinc amalgam HCl and this Wolff-Kissner. Okay, idikke adre lithium aluminum hydride, sodium borohydride. Now this is too important. One more important part is the distinguishing test. Idrinda you can pakka expect one question. Distinguishing test. Yaudu? Distinguishing tests. So first test.
Tolerance reagent.
Very good. So if you want to distinguish between aldehyde and ketone, you have two tests. One is tolerance test,
Felling
another is
solution.
Fellings. So here the question can come in any way. What is the reagent that you are using in tolerance test? We use ammonical
Silver nitrate.
Yes, silver nitrate. And in Fellings, we use copper sulfate and sodium potassium tartarate, which is also called as Rochelle salt. Now, which kind of compound will give positive test? Aldehyde will give any aldehyde you take. Okay, let's say you have taken in a test tube aldehyde. Okay, here at a test tube you go, one test tube you add tolerance reagent, to another test tube you add Felling solution. What will happen? Aldehyde will react with these reagent. It will react with these reagent, and in case of tolerance reagent, when you have added tolerance reagent, after the reaction with the aldehyde, you will see silver color precipitating out. Silver ಕೆಳಗಡೆ precipitate ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Silver precipitate ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ you have taken aldehyde with you. Okay, if you have taken ketone, ketone will not give this test. Ketone ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ you will not see the silver color. Okay, ಅವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕೀಟೋನ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಕೀಟೋನ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಟಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟ್, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಟಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಟು ಸಿಲ್ವರ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಕೀಟೋನ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಗಿವ್. Now let's say I have taken aldehyde in a test tube and I am adding Fellings reagent, this reagent to that test tube. What will happen? Aldehyde will react with this reagent and it will
Blue.
Yes, blue alla, copper oxide baratalva, it will be red
Red
PPT.
PPT.
Yes, so you will get red precipitate of copper oxide, so it will be a red precipitate. Remember that. Okay, aldehyde hakadre you will see red precipitate, but if you take ketone here, ketone will not give Fellings test. Yaar Fellings test kodtare? Aldehyde matra. And remember one more thing, if you take aromatic aldehyde, this will not give Fellings test. Okay, yaru kodalla, ketone will not give Fellings, aromatic aldehyde will not give Fellings, and only simple aldehyde, aliphatic aldehyde, they will give Fellings test. Tolerance test yaru kodtare? All kind of aldehyde will give tolerance test, but ketone will not give tolerance test. Tolerance test alli enagatte, if something is giving tolerance test andre you will see silver color, if something is giving Fellings test andre you will see red precipitate. Okay, distinguishing test andre we have to see something, we have to see the changes alva, so adike ee color baratte. These reaction help us to distinguish between aldehyde and ketone. Now if you have a compound which has got this group, COCH3 group, or if the compound is something like this, CH3 CH group, ಈ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ರೈಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಚೈನ್. ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಅ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್, they are supposed to give a test called iodoform. Okay, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, these reactants, they will react with this reagent, sodium hydroxide and iodine, and after the reaction you will see the formation of iodoform. Yes, this is iodoform, which is yellow precipitate.
PPT.
Yes, which is yellow precipitate. For example, I have taken a compound, I don't know what kind of compound that is, in a test tube, and I added this reagent. Okay, after the reaction I see yellow precipitate is forming. If yellow precipitate is forming, it means that iodoform, this species, it is called as iodoform. Iodoform has been formed. Iodoform form agide andre, now I got a confirmation, whatever the reactant that I have taken, that reactant can either have this group or this group. ಇದೆರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ನನಗೆ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಲೈಕ್, ಒಂದು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ 4 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಯು, ವಿಚ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಅಯೋಡೋಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ದೆನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸರ್ಚ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್. ಆ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಅಯೋಡೋಫಾರ್ಮ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಆಯಿತಾ? ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ 2,4-DNP ಟೆಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಟು ಡಿಟೆಕ್ಟ್ C double bond O group of aldehyde or ketone. So illenu, if you take aldehyde or ketone, let's say you have taken something in a test tube and you want to confirm, is this an aldehyde or a ketone? What you would do, you would add 2,4-DNP reagent to this. So this reagent is 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazine. When you add this reagent to that something that you have taken in a test tube, it will react with that and it will give orange, sometimes red, sometimes pink color. Any of the color can be given. So it will give such color. Either color barta ide andre, you got a confirmation that in your test tube you have either of these two. ಇದೆರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಇರಬೇಕು. You take carboxylic acid, you take ester, you take amide, none of this functional group will give this. Always remember, either aldehyde or ketone will give this test. Okay, 2,4-DNP. So you'll be able to detect that you have either of these two in a test tube. Okay, so these distinguishing tests, 3 distinguishing tests, they are quite important. Adra mele pakka question bande baratte. Now, shall we solve few questions based on this? Yes? Shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಜೋಶೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವಾಗ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ತುಂಬಾ ಜೋಶ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ
Yes,
ಆನ್ಸರ್
ma'am. Yes,
ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
ma'am.
ಹಾ, ಓಕೆ, ಐ
Yes,
ನೀಡ್
ma'am.
ದಟ್. Yes. We will start with, yes, simple question. Which gives iodoform?
B.
B. Pentanone 3. This one, poll result also I need, okay? Aldehyde, ketone, alcohol, all can give, but our group irbeku. Ha. B ne antidira, bere enadru idya?
C.
C.
Option B, ma'am.
Option C.
Option C.
C, ma'am.
Okay. C ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ, then you are correct. Very good. Hexanone, if I write option A, CH2CO 3 ಅಲ್ವಾ, 4, 5, 6. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ C double bond CH2 ಇದೆ, so it is not possible. If you take B, pentanone, 3 pentanone, if you write the structure of 3 pentanone, this is the structure. Here also you have COCH2, not possible. If you take pentanone 2, that is 2 pentanone, the structure would be like this. ಹಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ COCH3 ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗಿವ್ iodoform. Any group, any compound with such group COCH3, it can give iodoform. Good, option C is correct. Yes. Now can you answer this simple easy question? Propanal on reaction with lithium aluminum hydride.
C.
C, ethanol. Propanal, okay, that is Al. Al means it is an aldehyde, alva. Okay. Option
Primary
C.
alcohol.
Ha,
Option
very
Option B,
good.
ma'am.
Option B, ma'am.
B ಅಂತಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
B, ma'am.
Second one.
Second one.
So propanal is this. We just now discussed. Aldehyde will give primary alcohol on reduction and ketone will give secondary alva. So lithium aluminum hydride ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? You will convert this into OH. So ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? CH3, CH2, CHOH and one more hydrogen ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಸೊ ಇದೇನಾಯಿತು? 1 2 3 1 2 3 propane 1 all. Option A. Option A is correct. Propane 1 all. First carbon ಗೆ OH ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Option A is correct. Next. Yeah, this one. Look, this is a previous year question. I told you, right? Distinguishing tests are quite important. Test between methanoic acid and ethanoic acid.
Tolerance test.
Tolerance test.
Option A, tolerance test.
Ma'am,
Hey,
option
hey.
B.
Option B. D, esterification. How can you say, some of you are saying it as tolerance test? How can you say it is tolerance test? Do you have
Option B.
No
Option
aldehyde.
B ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಬೈಕಾರ್ಬೋನೇಟ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತನಾ?
Yes, ma'am.
ನೋಡಿ, sodium bicarbonate actually it will react with any acid you take. Like you have both carboxylic acid. Both methanoic and ethanoic acid will react with sodium bicarbonate. ಅವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ವಿಷ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಲಿಟ್ಮಸ್ ಅದರಲ್ಲಂತೂ ಬರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎರಡು ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್ ಸೇಮೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಎಸ್ಟರಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎರಡೂ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಎಸ್ಟರ್, ಸೊ ನೋ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್. Tolerance test is possible, but now when we discuss tolerance test, we discuss tolerance and fillings for aldehyde and ketone, right? Aldehyde will give, ketone won't give. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಹೇಗೆ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ? Any idea? These are acids. How can they give tolerance test? Because we just now understood tolerance test is given by only aldehyde. ಹೇಗೆ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ? ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಹೇಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ? When you write the structure of the compound,
Aldehyde oxidize into respective carboxylic acid, ma'am.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದೇ ಮೆಥೆನೋಯಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
Acid is
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೆಥೆನೋಯಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ and this is ethanoic acid. Illi, when you take methanoic acid, it has two kind of functional group if you carefully observe. This part is carboxylic acid, alva, and if you observe this part, idenagide C double bond O H, CHO
Aldehyde.
aldehyde. Since methanoic acid has aldehyde part, it can give tolerance test. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇದು ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸಿ ಎಥೆನೋಯಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ? ಓನ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಬಾಕ್ಸಿಲಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡಿಕ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ಮೆಥೆನೋಯಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗಿವ್ ಟಾಲರೆನ್ಸ್, but this cannot give tolerance. That is how we can distinguish between methanoic and ethanoic. Please don't think that any acid you take that can be distinguished by tolerance. No, only if you have methanoic acid that will give tolerance, because it has got aldehydic part also. ಅದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಯಾವ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡು ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್. Okay, so that is why option A, tolerance test, that is the correct answer. Understood everybody? Yes? ಯಾಕೆ
Yes, ma'am.
ಅಂತ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್, ಅವಾಗ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ. ಯಾ, ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್, iodoform reaction is answered by all except PYQ.
ತಪ್ಪಾದ
That means one of the given option doesn't show iodoform.
A.
A, okay.
ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
Option B.
B, okay.
ಬಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
Option B, ma'am.
B na. Second one, right? You people are saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But where is the poll result? Very few of you are answering. I am being very quick because we have to solve many questions. But it doesn't mean that you stop giving your result. Start answering everybody using your cue card. So many of you are saying it is option B. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, if you have this group, it can give iodoform. Now see this CH3CHO. How is this? CH3 C double bond O H. Here we have COCH3 group. Alva, most of you are going with option B and you are saying this doesn't give iodoform. But this can give iodoform because it has got COCH3 group. Idu kodabohudu iodoform. Possible. Aldehyde with this group, ketone with this group, or alcohol with this group. It can give. Okay. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, if I take this one, CH3, option C.
Fourth option.
CH3,
ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ.
CH2, OH. Even this can give iodoform. Yake, look, if you have any alcohol, which can be oxidized to this, then it can give iodoform. Nodi, ee alcohol na nanu oxidize madidre yenagatte? Hege oxidize ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ? Primary alcohol on oxidation should give aldehyde alva. I will remove this hydrogen, and I will form a new bond between carbon and oxygen. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅವಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಏನು ಬಂತು? ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಬಂತು. ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್. ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ತಕ್ಷಣ iodoform ಕೊಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಅನ್ ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೈ ಈವನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗಿವ್ iodoform. Now coming to option D, we have an alcohol. Always when you get an alcohol in iodoform, try to oxidize alcohol. ಈಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? You remove this hydrogen and you remove hydrogen from the next carbon. ಇದ್ರ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? I'll write here CH3 CH2 C, one more hydrogen is present and we form a double bond between carbon and oxygen. Look, ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿದೆ? COCH2 ಇದೆ, not COCH3, right? That is why this cannot give iodoform. Option D cannot give iodoform. Okay, because we cannot convert this into this group. And one more thing over here, generally when you have carboxylic acid group, it should not give iodoform. But illenagtide, what they are considering this part only, this alcoholic part. ಈ alcoholic part na if I oxidize, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? You will remove this hydrogen and you will remove this hydrogen from carbon. Then ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? CH3 C double bond oxygen and this entire group. ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಯಿತು? After the oxidation of this part, I got CH3CO group. That is why this can also give iodoform anta they are considering. Okay. Generally if you have carboxylic acid, it doesn't give. But here, since they have given this group, you have to take this as it is considering, as it is giving iodoform because of this COCH3. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇದು ಯಾಕೆ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸ್ ಇಟ್. ಕೀಟೋನ್ ಆಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ವೆದರ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಿಸ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್. Okay, option D is the correct answer, which cannot give iodoform. And understood everybody? Any doubts in this? Ha. Nodi previous year al kelta idare andre this is important. Remember that. Next. Okay, this one. To help you or as a clue, I will write here sodium carbonate or sodium hydroxide. Now this may give you some idea. You have to find out the reactant.
Option C.
Option C. Option C, right? Okay. Any other answer? Anybody else? Carefully observe the question, okay? Triiodomethane andre ಏನು? This is iodoform CHI3
Option D.
triiodomethane. Option
D.
D. Okay, I'll discuss. Nodi, an organic compound X on treatment with K2Cr2O7. What kind of reagent is this?
Oxidizing.
This is oxidizing agent. So you have to take something on oxidation. It should give a compound Y which on reaction with NaOH or I2. Nodi, iodoform reagent, iodine jotege sodium hydroxide also they can give, sodium carbonate, or they can give potassium hydroxide. Any base they can give. Remember, any base they can give. So you should not get confused. I2 with some base is andre, remember it is iodoform. And moreover, they are also saying it is giving triiodomethane. So hagadre, this is iodoform reaction. So ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ Y is giving iodoform, that is confirmed. That is what they have given. That means we know one thing, Y should have COCH3 group. Alva. So what I should take as X to get this in the product? Because X on oxidation gives this one. ಏನು ತಗೊಳ್ಬೋದು? Option D is correct. Option D is correct. If I take option D as X, ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? If you oxidize this K2Cr2O7, if you oxidize using this, ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? H ತೆಗಿತೀರಾ, H ತೆಗಿತೀರಾ. ಏನಾಯಿತು? CH3C, this carbon and this oxygen, they will form a double bond because you have removed two hydrogen. Okay, and this carbon is connected to this carbon, you will get CH3.
I'm not.
Alva. So if I take this as X, I will get this as Y. If I get this as Y,
Ma'am,
this
not visible.
This is not visible. Color is not visible.
Yes,
or
ma'am, visible. Yes,
now it is
visible, ma'am.
Okay, okay, yes. So if I take this as X, on oxidation, this will give this ketone which has CH3CO group. So as this has CH3CO group, this can give iodoform reaction. Alva? So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ you have to take this as X. ಇನ್ಯಾವುದು ಕೊಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ ತಗೊಂಡು K2Cr2O7 ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ this is ketone. ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇದು ketone ಇದೆ. ಇದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? You will get acids. Acids, simple acid will not give iodoform. Not possible. Now let's say if you take this as X, if you add K2Cr2O7, you will oxidize this to formic acid. Again, this cannot give iodoform, carboxylic acid diet. Again, if you oxidize this by adding K2Cr2O7, this will convert into again ethanoic acid. Not possible. So you need to have a keto group like this. So that can give iodoform. Option D is correct. Next. Can you try this? I think. Now is it visible now properly?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
This is 2-star questions, I would say. Not very easy, but not too difficult. So you have to match which reagent will give which reactions.
Option A, ma'am.
Option A. Any other answer? Apart from option A?
Option A, ma'am.
A only? Very good question. You can on the error, if you find out, if you're able to find out 2 reaction, then you can answer directly. I'll write the structure. Benzophenone is this.
Option C, ma'am.
Option C, na? Okay. Benzophenone to diphenyl methane.
Option A.
A. Okay. No delay. P reaction ಏನಿದೆ, that is this. We have converted benzophenone to diphenyl methane. What have we done? We removed oxygen and we substituted that by 2 hydrogen. Reduction. Oxygen to ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿಚ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 2 ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ Clemmensen reduction and Ulf-Kishner. Alva, Clemmensen reduction reagent has been given over here. Alva. So that is why here we should have 3. Zinc amalgam HCl. Aita? Okay. Next, coming to second one. Benzaldehyde. Idik barade beda. Beren noda, which is very easy. Neevu adrindane answer madbodu. Cyclohexanone, which is this, to cyclohexanol, which is this. What did we do? We converted double bond O to OH. This is also reduction. Alva, ee reeti reduction yaudrinda agatte? Either lithium aluminum hydride or sodium borohydride. Alva? So we have lithium aluminum hydride. So R ige ಏನು ಆಗಬೇಕು 1 ಬರಬೇಕು. ಇದೆರಡೇ ಇರೋದಿದೆಯಾ? Okay, we have B and C eliminated, A and DL ಇದೆ. One more, very simple. Phenyl benzoate. O8 ಅಂತ ನೇಮ್ ಬರ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ನೇಮಲ್ಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು this is an ester. Okay, and this is benzaldehyde, which is an aldehyde. Ester to aldehyde. Now already preparation of aldehyde ketone alli idannu nodidivi. Ester to aldehyde agbeku andre what reagent should we take? Ester
Dibal.
Dibal. So S should be 2. S should be matched with 2. Where do we have that? We have that in option
A.
A. So that is such
Option
an easy
A.
question. Option A is correct. So ester to aldehyde should be dibal. Good. Option A, most of you said option A. This is how you do it. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದು ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರೂ ಎರಡನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಜನರಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲದೂ ಹೆಂಗೆಂಗೋ ಇರಲ್ಲ, 2 ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು this question is a very good question. Let's see who can answer this. We have multiple reaction over here and you are aware of every reagent that is present over here. Try the reaction and tell me the answer. This is not a single star question. I would say this is a triple star question because in this reaction you have to remember so many things. So many reagents we are adding. This idun first add ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, idun second add ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆರ್ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಡೋಂಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಿಸ್, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಇದು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಆ ರೀತಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. Just consider the reaction of sodium borohydride with this, that will help you with the answer. That is acting as a solvent which will then help up with the reaction, but ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. This is also solvent. It is not going to react, okay? Remember, dichloromethane. Anybody? Did you get the answer? I'm telling you, this is very common nowadays.
Option D.
Continuous reaction. Option D, fourth one. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. That was quick. Quickly ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಲೆಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಈ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಓಕೆ, that much quickness is required, students. So you have to go through the reagents and reaction again and again to get that quickness. Option D, many of you are going with. So let me take another page and let me explain you. First
E.
of all, any other answer?
Option A.
Option A, okay. Let us check whether you people are correct or not. First of all, they added sodium borohydride to this C double bond. ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಓ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು OH. ಸೊ ವಿ ಗಾಟ್ OH. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ? HBr. ಓಕೆ, HBr. Now when you add HBr, what you would do? You would remove this H2O. Very simple. H2O ತೆಗೆದುಬಿಡಿ, substitute this bromine over here. Instead of this OH, substitute bromine. Now what do we get? Br. Aita. Next they are adding magnesium diethyl ether. Magnesium Et2O means this is ether which is acting as a solvent. No need to react this with anything. Okay, now alkyl halide and magnesium, what it should give? You tell me. Alkyl halide magnesium, we have studied this many times since first chapter.
Grignard reagent.
Very good. We have to incorporate this magnesium in between carbon and bromine. We will get Grignard reagent. Grignard, MgBr. Now whenever it is Grignard reagent, we know we have to break this bond, give positive to magnesium and negative to carbon. Now let us see what they are adding. They are adding H2C double bond O. H2C double bond O andre ಏನು? This is formaldehyde alva. You will break this pi bond in formaldehyde, give negative to positive to carbon. Now this negative will attack on this positive. What do we get? This carbon, now this negative carbon, it is attached to this carbon which is CH2, and here we have O minus which is attracted towards this Mg plus. Aita. In next step they are adding H3O plus. What does that mean? They are carrying out hydrolysis. From H3O plus what do we get? We get H plus, E O minus E H plus hatra ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಯಿತು? CH2 and this O minus H plus, they will join to form OH. ಆಯ್ತಾ? Next again they are adding something. PCC they are adding, pyridinium chlorochromate. PCC is what kind of reagent? It is
Aldehyde.
Oxidizing.
It is oxidizing agent. Remember, PCC, you have studied this in alcohol phenol chapter. It is oxidizing agent. And I remember each chapter lo one question ello ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ. Yes, oxidizing agent andre what you should do? Remove hydrogen from this oxygen, remove hydrogen from the carbon and form carbon oxygen double bond. ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? This entire ring as it is, carbon one hydrogen as it is, and between carbon and oxygen we have a double bond. So this is our product. We converted cyclopentanone to cyclopentane carbaldehyde. So one of you have answered this one only. Very good. Yaro option A anta helidru. Very good. Option A is correct. Okay, istu series of reaction in the istu reagent they have used. And most of the reagents are very common. You have studied all the reagents already. Haloalkanes al banide, alcohols al banide, aldehyde al banide. Alva, same reagents repeatedly bandirutte. So aa tarad very important. I hope understood, right, everybody? Any doubt in any of these steps? Any doubt? Yadaru
No,
step
ma'am.
doubt idya?
No,
No?
ma'am.
Okay, fine. Then we shall proceed to other question. This is done. Okay, this is also previous year question, KCET. Y can be obtained by Itard reaction. Z, okay, this you may not know. Okay, sorry, don't take this because we have to discuss
Ma'am,
that again. Huh.
can you please
Yes.
explain last previous question, ma'am?
Previous question. Okay,
Yes,
let me
ma'am.
open that. Which step you didn't get? Can you tell me? You want me to explain the entire thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay, what did we do? We had a ketone, alva. We added sodium borohydride, which is a reducing agent. But what kind of reducing agent? It will reduce ketone to alcohol. So adike double bond O na OH agi convert ಮಾಡಿದೆ. Next, we are adding HBr. When we add HBr, we can clearly see E hydrogen illi OH. H2O eliminate ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ವಾ? So I am eliminating H2O. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಈ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಹೋಗಿದೆ. ಇಫ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ರಿಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅ ನ್ಯೂ ಬಾಂಡ್. ಯಾರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆ ನ್ಯೂ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ? ಈ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ದಿಸ್ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್. H2O ತೆಗೆದ್ರಿ, ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಪಲ್ಲಿ ದೇರ್ ಆ್ಯಡಿಂಗ್ ಮೆಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಮ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಆಲ್ಕೈಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೈಡ್. ಮೆಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಕೈಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೈಡ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ಗ್ರಿಗ್ನಾರ್ಡ್ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ರಿಗ್ನಾರ್ಡ್ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟ್. ಮೆಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಮ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್. ಗ್ರಿಗ್ನಾರ್ಡ್ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟ್. So ಇವಾಗ ಗ್ರಿಗ್ನಾರ್ಡ್ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟಿಗೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆ್ಯಡಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಾಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್. ವಿ ನೋ ಗ್ರಿಗ್ನಾರ್ಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಾಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಶುಡ್ ಗಿವ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಣ? ಗ್ರಿಗ್ನಾರ್ಡನ್ನು ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಮೆಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಮ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್. ದಿಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆನ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಾಲ್ಡಿಹೈಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಈ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಮಧ್ಯ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಈ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಈ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಇದ್ರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದನ್ನ CH2O ಮೈನಸ್ ಹಾಗೇ ಬರ್ದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ MgBr ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ O ಮೈನಸ್ ಜೊತೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಪಲ್ಲಿ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್, ಫ್ರಮ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ H ಪ್ಲಸ್. ಆ H ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಈ O ಮೈನಸ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ? CH2OH. ಆಯಿತಾ? ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆ್ಯಡಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ PCC. ಅಲ್ಲಿ CH2Cl2 it is doing nothing. It is just a solvent. Okay, PCC is the reagent. PCC will oxidize this primary alcohol to aldehyde. ನೀವು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ತೆಗೆದು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಈಗ? ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನಾವ್? ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್?
Yes, ma'am.
ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಆ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್? ಹಾಂ, ಓಕೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, this question I had opened this alva.
Option A.
Very, very good question.
Option A.
Option A.
A.
Okay. Sorry. This is 2018 question.
Option A.
ನೋಡಿ ಏನು
Option D.
ಕನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ. Where is your cue card result?
Option B.
Such a simple
Option A.
question, but there is a catch. A
Option
ಕೇಳ್ತು,
A.
B ಕೇಳ್ತು. A. ಹಾಂ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಓ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ಡ್, ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೇಮ್, ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಓ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ಡ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ketone to hydrocarbon they have converted. This part is converted into hydrocarbon part. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ it can be either Clemmensen reduction or Wolff-Kishner ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇದಂತೂ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ, ರಿಮೂವ್ಡ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ Clemmensen reduction reagent, ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ Wolff-Kishner reagent. ವಿ ನೋ ಎರಡರಿಂದನೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎರಡರಿಂದನೂ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್. ಬಟ್ ನೌ ವಿಚ್ ಟು ಚೂಸ್? ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ, ನಾಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ. Clemmensen reduction ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ there is one problem. Why? Not because of this part can get converted, but we have this one also alva, alcoholic part. In the product we see that alcoholic part is intact, ಅದು ಹಾಗೆ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ನೀವೇನಾದರೂ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ Clemmensen reagent ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ, I'll show you here, okay? Here when you have alcohol, you add Clemmensen reagent. This part will get converted into CH2, but ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು HCl you are adding. HCl ಇಂದ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? You will get H plus. This H and this OH, they will form water and they will go out. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ H ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ OH ಮೈನಸ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರು ಬಂದು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ? ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ? ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ಎಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್. ಬಟ್ ಡು ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಗಿವನ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್? ನೋ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಆ್ಯಡ್ Clemmensen reagent, zinc amalgam HCl, ಇದರ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲಿಕ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಗೆಟ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು ಆಲ್ಕೈಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೈಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಡೂ ದಟ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮ್. ಬಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, OH ಹಾಗೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ವಿ ಗಾಟ್ ಅ ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮೇಷನ್, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಜಿಂಕ್ ಅಮಾಲ್ಗಮ್ HCl. ಇದು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಬರಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಬಟ್ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಹೈಡ್ರಜೀನ್ KOH ಇಥಿಲಿನ್ ಗ್ಲೈಕಾಲ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ Wolff-Kishner. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ ಯಾಕೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ? ಇದನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಬರಬೇಕು ನನಗೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಶೋನ್ ಓವರ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟೂಡ್? ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್?
No, ma'am.
ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆಯಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ? ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಎರಡೂ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೋಡಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾ ಹೇಳೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಪಾತ್ವೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ವೆನ್ ಐ ಸಿ ಜಿಂಕ್ ಅಮಾಲ್ಗಮ್ ಇನ್ HCl, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್. HCl ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ವಾಟರ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗೇ ಬರಬೇಕು. ವಾಟರ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಬಂದರೆ ನಂಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್, ಹಾಗೆ ನೀವೇ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಎಸ್, ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ನೋ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. There are two important other reactions about which we will discuss tomorrow. But one thing which you have to remember about this reaction, Cannizzaro and aldol, in the both the cases we will take base. It can be sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. But aldol reaction, it is given by aldehyde or ketone having alpha hydrogen, and this is given by only aldehyde without alpha hydrogen, without alpha hydrogen. So we have to discuss two reaction, aldol and Cannizzaro reaction, very 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 important. Ee reaction yaar kodtare? Aldehyde or ketone with alpha, aldehyde without alpha. Now what is alpha hydrogen? If I take an aldehyde like this, this is our functional group. Okay, next carbon to the functional group is alpha carbon, and the hydrogens which are attached to this alpha carbons are alpha hydrogen. Now I can say that this aldehyde has got alpha hydrogen. So if it has got alpha hydrogen, it can give aldol. In the same way, if I take a ketone like this, This is the functional group. And next carbon, these two carbons are alpha carbon, and these hydrogens, they are all alpha hydrogen. Okay, hagadre even this ketone can give aldol reaction. Now, for instance, if I take this aldehyde, this is functional group, alva. Functional group next ge, do I have a carbon? Yes or no? Do we have a carbon next to functional group? No,
No,
alva?
ma'am.
No carbon, no alpha carbon antandre, no alpha hydrogen. Don't think this is alpha hydrogen. Alpha hydrogen andre it should be attached to alpha carbon. Carbon idre matra hydrogen ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಬಹುದು. Here we don't even have alpha carbon, so not possible. So since it doesn't have alpha hydrogen, it can give Cannizzaro. Remember. Another example like this. Look, this is an aldehyde. This is functional group. ಅಲ್ವಾ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಇದೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಈ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಕಾರ್ಬನಿಗೆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಾಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಒನ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಒನ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಒನ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಆಲ್ ದಿ 4 ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆರ್ ವಿತ್ ಅನದರ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೀ ಅದರ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಡ್ ಟು ಎನಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಈವನ್ ದೋ ವಿತ್ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗಿವ್ ಕ್ಯಾನಿಝಾರೋ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಕ್ಯಾನಿಝಾರೋ ಆಲ್ಡೋಲ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಟುಡೇ ವಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟೂಡ್. In the next class we shall see what these reactions are. Very very important. We'll discuss question based on that. Okay, so thank you students, have a good day and kindly give your feedback. Okay, bye bye.
Bye, ma'am.